3, 2, 1, and welcome to another podcast with me and my friend Kevin. It is after hours, and hopefully you guys can see the new quality of this 4K camera.
It is Friday, 21st of April, and we are in our undisclosed location again.
How are you guys? How are you, Kevin?
Going alright, how about you?
Yeah, man. It's been a long week, hasn't it?
It's been a cold week.
Anyways, so how do you feel like we went with the first podcast?
I thought we actually went alright. I thought we spoke very smoothly.
Yeah.
I thought it flowed.
Yeah.
Didn't have any awkward pauses.
Mm.
And it was a good 30 minutes.
Oh man, we actually recorded more than 30 minutes, but that's for our Patreon subscribers. So make sure you guys just check down the Anyways, yeah, man, my week has been good too. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I don't know if when we're gonna upload this, but our first video went out today already. So hopefully you guys give it a watch, and you guys let us know whether we're doing good or not, or even like topics that we can talk about. Because yeah, I'm blanking today. How are you? Are you blanking?
Actually, you know what? Let's talk about our week. I had a job interview this week.
Oh yeah, you did. How was that?
And I did it. Oh, actually, no, it was a group interview. There were 4 of us, and they just went on about the company, such and such. And then I had to make a video talking about my values and my experiences.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
That was your first time kind of doing a video interview.
Yeah, it felt really weird. But we did it from here in this undisclosed location as well.
Yeah, so is it going all right?
Yeah,
that's good.
I was just double checking.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for sticking with us because, we already had technical difficulties in the last one, and I didn't really like how we recorded with the webcam camera.
Did we? Oh, yeah, we did.
It was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad quality. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, it's a trial and error thing, isn't it?
Yes,
you just gotta keep going and see how it goes. But yeah, that's good. You went with the interview, man. Sorry, I have ADHD, just to let you guys know.
So fingers crossed from here.
It's gonna go everywhere, and we killed it at the gym today, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
How was that?
I hobbled all the way to this building, and it's a very high building too, so we had to walk up a lot of stairs.
My ankles are messed. My knee is messed. My wrist is messed. I'm basically like 50 years old at this point, and I just didn't take care of my body, man.
Hey, but you lifted a lot today, though.
It was okay. But wait, what else? Oh yeah, the interview.
Yeah.
How do you think you went though?
In the group interview? Out of the 4, I felt like I was a bit middle of the pack. So
that guy that was at the beginning, how was he different? I mean, sorry, not the guy, the guy at the top. How was he different?
I felt like he just spoke more, and he spoke with more confidence throughout the whole interview. I just felt like he did a lot more research than me on the company.
Oh, you didn't research the
company?
company?
I did, but he did a lot more.
Yeah.
Like he dug in.
Do you think he was sucking up?
A little bit, but I think everyone sucks up.
Yeah.
I sucked up.
You have to suck up in that situation, don't you reckon?
Mm-hmm. But it was good. It was a good learning experience. It was good to see that building. And we go from here. So fingers crossed.
And then you did the video interview too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the first time that I've seen something like that. I've done a Zoom interview where they interview you on Zoom.
But yeah, no, I've done Zoom interviews as well.
Yeah.
All the same.
But
do you have pants on?
Nah, man, just shorts, boxers. What are they gonna do? They're gonna see what I'm doing.
What if they ask you to stand up?
Then I'll just say, I'm lagging. Yeah. How's basketball doing this week? What do you reckon about that?
Yeah, the NBA.
Isn't it exciting? Yeah.
Oh, I really want to see LeBron Curry in the Western Conference Finals. Oh, I don't know if that's going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The East, I think the East is set. Top 3 is already there.
Yeah, Boston.
Milwaukee. Philly.
Just to let you guys know, I go for Boston, and who do you go for?
Philly.
Yeah, so he goes
But
for
you
Philly.
didn't always go for Boston.
You didn't always go for Philly.
All right, well, I guess we break even then.
But no one knows that. Don't say that. We've been lifetime fans. I don't know. How did you feel about the deep questions last time? Was it too deep? What do you guys think?
Oh, I didn't mind answering them, but
Yeah.
no, it was good.
I tried to ask. Do you ever use ChatGPT yet, or what?
No, I haven't.
Really?
No, I haven't. I've had no reason to use it. What about you?
Oh man, I'm using it every day. I'm not even joking. Cause when I just need to, for example, write a short paragraph about something, I'll run it through ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I'll literally copy and paste it, and then be like, "Hey, can you make this more engaging, or can you make this?"
You know what my friend did?
Mm.
He puts a paragraph into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And then he copies something out. Then he puts it back into it, so it redoes it.
It copies something out.
So like it will have, like you know how you put a question into ChatGPT and it'll say something.
Yeah.
Then he'll copy the answer and put it back in, so that the answer gets reworded as well. So you do that like 5-6 times. Then you have a completely different paragraph.
answer. Oh, interesting. Yeah, like for example, like I had to write a birthday post on someone's page, and I ran it through ChatGPT.
Really?
Yeah, because I not because I'm not trying to be genuine, right? But it's just that I wanted. So this is my problem with everyone's problem with me using it. They think I'm just copying and pasting, but I use it as like a basis to start from somewhere. So even like, have you heard of Grammarly, where it kind of checks how like your grammar, obviously. So literally, ChatGPT can do that already. So I just run it through it, and then I just ask it like, "Hey, how can I make this more engaging? How can I make it more funnier?"
Do you think it's good for society?
Look, I think people are always gonna wanna, whatever task they have, they're gonna try to make it faster. So, for example, like this, right? Like when Google came out, I bet you a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. Like, why is this happening? Like, I don't wanna. What's gonna happen to books? What's gonna happen in research?" And then look at how Google has helped countless of research nowadays. You know, like scholarly articles, our uni assignments. Like, I mean, whenever I mention it to my parents, they were like, "Oh, I would have to go to the library, stay like 6 hours trying to find something," right? But it's the same with ChatGPT. I honestly think it's a good thing. It just means that our effort will be put into somewhere else other than thinking.
If I throw this statement out to you, Google's good for you, but ChatGPT is bad for you.
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree?
No, I disagree. Because if you really think about it, Google is a form of AI anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But you use Google to do research.
Yeah.
You use ChatGPT to have research done for you.
No. So that's the point. It depends on everyone, because you can Google something as well, and you can just submit whatever the first search is as well. True. And you can say that that's it. But it's the same with ChatGPT, that's the foundation, wherever it starts from, then you build on that. But the problem is when it comes to design, I don't know, man. Do you want this as a whole ChatGPT thing? Because I can go on for this for hours.
I can go on about AIs forever.
Yeah. Well, how do you think it'll go for like the creative field? Have you seen?
Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah,
I saw something crazy the other day.
Go ahead.
So a AI imitated Tom Brady's voice.
Yeah.
And it did a stand-up routine as Tom Brady for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And it just flowed, and it sounded exactly like him. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I want to cut this in the video because I saw the Drake singing to Bubbly, the song, and it was AI, and it was insane. It sounded exactly
scary,
like him. And I want to put that in because it's funny.
What about when Drake used Michael Jackson's voice for one of his songs?
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the Scorpion album.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But that's actually Michael Jackson's voice singing for a song that he...
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would have been. I'm pretty sure. But now they're doing like made-up songs.
Yeah.
And they're putting in these artist voices. I think that's worrying because the amount of plagiarism is gonna go through the roof. Where who's gonna own up to who?
Yeah.
My thing as well is, what if like someone imitates the voice of like Obama or something, and then like does a threat call to like Australia? I don't know. You know.
Yeah, that could happen. It would be very scary.
Isn't that insane? And they could like say, oh, this is real. This is from his number. I don't know. And then
I feel like there's a lot more security than that though. But
yeah. But that's just a small example. Have you had a chat with like any of your colleagues about it?
About AI?
Yeah.
I don't think AI can really take over the television field. With directing has to be done by humans. Directing has to be done by humans.
Yeah.
There's a couple of roles that can be done by AI, but it's always better to be done by humans.
Yeah.
Because there's too much, there's nothing stable. AI is very good for doing something you set for them. So when something goes out of control in television, they're just going to be completely useless, I feel.
Yeah. I honestly think we don't even know the capabilities of it, of AI, because we're just at the beginning of it. I mean, I can imagine everyone was saying that for the internet when it first came out, saying like, oh my gosh, I can look at the news online now. I don't need to buy a newspaper. And that was like everyone's mind was blowing up. And now look at what you can do with the internet or Google. Literally businesses are made.
How easy is this?
Yeah. So, sorry, do you want to keep going on with this?
Yeah, let me ask you one more question.
Okay.
So AI is obviously getting integrated more and more into society.
Yep.
Do you agree?
100%.
Right.
Needs to be.
So what jobs do you reckon will be cut off first by AI?
Easily. I love you, my sister. But copywriting is one that it's very on the edge, because I don't know if you know what copywriting is.
No, please explain.
So it's basically like, you know how like newsletters or Instagram feeds, and then it has that little post right at the end, and it talks about like, oh, this product is really good, but then that's someone writing it. So if you just input that into AI, it's like 10, 20, it could just provide you just choose it, put it together, that's it. That's like 4 or 5 people's jobs gone. Besides that, I've seen like photographers lose jobs to AI now, just because you think it wouldn't affect, right? But I've seen even like mood boards like being created by AI. I've seen like literally images that you type in, like, for example, let's say I want a dark street alley and a kid with a yellow raincoat walking through it, and it'll literally create that image. And it's so scary, because what will happen to humans, you know?
What about factory jobs?
Factory jobs it's already being like eliminated already. That was even before AI. So imagine how much more with the brain of AI. I don't know where we're going to go.
If an AI does take over, there'd be less human error. Things would be run a lot more smoother.
Yeah, exactly. But then what will humans do?
Fix the AI? That could be our job.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why I think like IT is a really, really good job as well, because security is always going to, well, especially with like cybersecurity now, you're going to need it more than ever, I reckon. Yeah, I don't want to go on, but this is like my last thing I'm going to talk about AI, unless you want to keep going. But I was asking my boss, I'm like, what do you think of like AI? What do you? And he's like our director at our architecture firm, and he was saying like, basically, people will eventually have to categorize all their information about themselves onto one database. So like your receipts, your payments, your bank details,
like
everything. But then you got to organize it in a way that AI will be able to read it. And then eventually, so let's say like tax return comes, you just tell AI, hey, do my tax return. Bang, it's done. Oh, AI, can you change my bank details to this? Because I want to swap over to this bank. And it already knows everything anyway, and it just does it. So I was like, oh man. And I'm like, what about like social media then? And he was like, yeah, so the idea is that AI will create literally a news feed for you that is accustomed to like your character you're liking.
It's already like that now.
How you are. But imagine like Facebook will be gone, Instagram will be gone, YouTube will be gone, because it's gonna like show you things that you already like, and it won't need all these different apps. It'll be all just in one database.
So that's not good for humans though, because that if you have one opinion on something, you're gonna see only that opinion. So there'll be a separation between people.
That's the scary part, because AI can influence literally a momentum, you know, as anyways.
Yeah.
But it is scary, but I don't think it's the end of the world yet. Not yet.
Well, if we use the argument that you said that about the internet, people said that about a lot of things.
Because everyone was, remember Y2K? I mean, we weren't even really alive for that.
We were three or two.
What is that?
We were three.
3 what?
3 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone was thinking everything was gonna die, you know, and it's the same. I think the world's just gonna keep going, and it's just gonna create more jobs. I think so. I honestly think that it's just gonna eliminate the jobs that we have now, and then create more new jobs. Because for example, like that database thing, they're gonna need people to do that for people, and then need security. I don't know, man.
So you all cancel out.
I think so. Like for example, I was looking at Gary V, like what his
love Gary V.
what his
we should go VCon one year.
Yeah, it was like $1,000 this year, man. I'm not paying $1,000.
They got some really good speakers on the
Yeah, I can imagine. And imagine even getting the chance to talk to Gary V. But he was talking about like the idea of like the tractor, right? When all these people like, you know, picking up the, I don't know, bloody fruit.
Fruit grow on trees, man. Tractor.
On the farm. I don't know what you pick up from the farm.
Like wheat?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But then imagine it was all hand labor. Right?
Yeah.
When the tractor came out. In some areas. But that's what I mean. Like it would have scared a lot of people, because they're like, oh, this industrial age. Imagine cranes. Cranes, when it would have came out, just eliminated hours and hours of hard labor and then changed the world. But then, yeah, it's going to keep going, man. I really think that. But move towards digitalization, I think. The more that you stick to this, like, manual stuff, I think you're going to be more left behind. Like, imagine someone saying right now, I don't know how to use a computer.
No, you're right.
That's crazy.
You want to move on?
Yeah, I'll move on. All right, here's my first deep question, because I'm the deep guy. What was your first job, Kevin?
Oh, that's not even that deep. Well, all right. My first job, I didn't have a job till second year uni, and
was that intentional?
Yes, it was.
Why is that?
Sorry.
Why is that?
Just didn't feel like working. Because I was already on Centrelink. And Centrelink was just breaking in for me.
For our American viewers, Centrelink is what?
The government gives you free money for either studying, not having a job, single mum.
Yeah. There's a lot of factors. Yeah. It's good. Thank you, Australia. Yeah.
But yeah, I was on Centrelink. And then the only reason I started working was because we had to do a internship for one of our trimesters. It was like a check mark.
So this is when you were already studying. Sorry.
Yes. So I looked on the bulletin board at uni, and there was like a advertisement for camera operators to film local footy.
Oh wow, that's your first job.
That was my first job.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. You never worked at Subway?
No, never.
Never worked at Macca's?
No.
KFC?
No, their standards are below me. So I literally emailed them, and they were so desperate for camera operators.
That's so awesome.
They were just like, yeah.
So just to let you guys know, every time we put a thumbs up, the community people in this building,
the AI.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that first job or what?
When I first started, it was really good, but then it got to June, July, and that's our winter. So it was
freezing.
Just raining and cold, and sometimes you're not undercover because not all grounds are amazing grounds. So that was the only bad thing.
Well, and that was an internship.
That was an internship, but I got paid for it.
Wow.
So I count that as a job.
That's awesome. And it already aligned with what you want to do as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you think that job helped you with where you are now?
Definitely did for the first couple of years, but I felt like since then I stagnated at that job.
Yeah.
Because it was just the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But I did learn live streaming from that job.
Yeah.
And I learned how to camera operate and a bit of editing.
Do you still work there?
No, I'm not there anymore.
I'm so confused because you do footy now.
Yes.
You record footy.
I don't record. I do graphics for footy now.
So what, like, they were doing camera operators
Yes.
for
For like a lower league.
Oh, okay.
Like suburb league.
Okay. Yeah. No, because I just remember you also doing like, what's it called? Like the NBL stuff, but the lower league.
Oh, I did like
Men's.
2 live streams of Big V.
Yeah, Big V. So that's pretty cool.
What about you, Coles boy?
My first job actually wasn't at Coles.
Huh?
Yeah. My first job was working with my dad. If that counts.
Yeah, no, you get paid?
Yeah.
Yeah, we count it.
Yeah. For those that don't know, my dad he's an aircon mechanic. And like year 11, year 10, I would come along with him and basically he'd bring me on the jobs, ask me to help him out. And
Hello, David.
yeah, love you, Dad.
Hello, my son.
It was
Please help me.
Oh man, this is gonna go deep again, but like I love those days because I felt like it was a time I got really close with my dad. Cause imagine like we'd wake up at like 7 a.m. on a Saturday, 6 a.m. and then we'd just work all day and we'd just be talking, playing music. I don't know, man. So it was cool. And then after that, then I got into Coles.
Hey, your dad's a real grinder. He's been doing that job for a good 15 years.
I mean, it's pretty cool because that's the reason why we actually came to Australia. He was sponsored to come like by a company that needed an aircon mechanic. And then, yeah, man, God is good because of that job, we're all here.
He got a scholarship to Australia.
Did I say scholarship? No, sponsorship.
Oh, sponsorship.
Scholarship.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's a footy player. I don't know. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, no, because that's for those that don't know, that's how like immigrants actually come to Australia. How did you come to Australia?
That's one way. You know how my dad got here?
How did he get here?
It was on a boat.
It was the size of this table.
And it was smaller than this table.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Did you ever ask him like?
He used to tell me stories about how thirsty everyone was because we were just surrounded by. Oh, they were just surrounded by.
Were you
salt
born
water.
already?
No, I was here. I was born here. My parents didn't meet until here.
So it was just your dad.
It was just my dad.
Yeah.
So my grandma like got gold because gold was very valuable back in the...
She got gold.
Yeah.
So she was one of those Ballarat people.
What?
The ones
No,
that gold rush.
Hear me out. So she got gold in Vietnam, right?
Oh, okay.
Because...
I thought you were from China.
Hear me out.
Okay.
So you need to pay like smugglers gold to get you into this country.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So grandma gave whoever gold and then...
Wow, this is the first time I've ever heard this story.
Yeah.
Why have you been so sus about it?
You just haven't asked. I'm not being sus about it.
No, yeah, keep going. This is interesting.
And where was I? My grandma gave someone gold to get my dad to Australia. So on the...
but your grandma was already here.
No, my grandma was over there. So this is... It's like kind of escaping from...
So why Australia then?
It's like kind of escaping from North Korea now.
Yeah.
You just send someone and you just literally go fingers crossed. Hope you make it. And then if you make it, let me know.
So it was him just here. And then how did he met your mom here?
Yes.
Does your mom know about your history? Like your dad?
Yeah, of course.
Wow. Yes. That's a miracle.
Yeah. But
what was some of the stories like?
So obviously on the boat there's not a lot of food, not a lot of water, right?
This is stressing me out.
Yeah, and
what?
Dad told me this story one time about how some guy couldn't take it anymore with the water. So he like jumped off the boat into the ocean and started drinking a bunch of salt water. And then he later like died because salt water is not good for you.
What?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah. So how many people were on the boat?
Look, I honestly don't know.
But just take a educational guess from the stories that he's told you.
He told me this one story one time about how authorities got onto the boat and he was like maybe this close to being spotted. So for me, if there is a hiding spot, that means the boat's probably pretty big.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like one of those like
rafter boats.
like the Titanic door boats.
Yeah,
it's like a proper boat.
Oh my gosh. But then it was probably like a...
Don't send him back, government.
No, dude,
he's a citizen here now, yeah?
Your dad's done so much for this government.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Leave him out of this.
I would have never imagined that he went through that though.
Yeah.
To come here.
Yeah.
I just always thought you were just joking.
I'm really not.
I didn't know that he literally came on a boat.
He came on a boat.
That's
But
amazing.
when you picture boat, you picture like the tiny boats.
No, but even the fear of like, you know, imagine how many days you're on that boat from Vietnam to here.
I think the worst thing is the fear of not knowing if you're going to make it here.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then, no, imagine you spend all that time, no food, no water, because you're supposed to be hidden, right?
Yes.
You get there and they find you and they're like, go back. And you put in all that effort. And it's like, and the gold that your grandma put.
Yeah.
Wow.
And imagine back then, like my grandma would not have known if Dad made it to Australia or not, because you don't have technology like you do now.
So how did he contact your grandma?
Well, obviously, when we have relatives already here.
Yeah.
So when he got here, he just found some, and then they had landlines back then. So he just
so what was the reason of leaving Vietnam?
They had the Vietnam War
with the Americans.
With the Americans.
Yeah.
Because my side was south, so yeah, with the Americans.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. Thank God you're here, though.
Yeah.
For our second episode of this podcast.
In this unknown location. We could be on a boat.
We should do an episode where we're on a boat.
I'd vomit on...
Oh, really?
I reckon I'd get seasick.
Well, you're not as tough as your dad, dude.
Yeah, obviously not.
I'm joking.
But does he have a podcast like us?
No.
Exactly.
Come join us.
Up yours, Dad.
Mr. Hung? Is it Hung?
Mr. Dow.
No, what's your dad's
Hung.
Yeah, Hung. Yeah, I got it right. See?
Yeah, but we need subtitles for the whole episode.
Watch Kevin's video, the going to the doctor. That's one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time.
See how much he softened up since he got here on a boat?
Do you reckon he was really tough in the beginning?
Like, yeah, I reckon he was tough. But then he obviously had
like growing up, how was it? Like, was he super disciplined? Like strict?
So from the stories he tells me, my grandma was like super, super strict. And I have an aunt here as well. And like, yeah, they're all very disciplined. My dad's side of the family.
And when you obviously came here, they helped you out like crazy, right?
As in my aunt?
Yeah.
Because
your relatives were.
She would have helped my dad out.
Man.
And long story short, we're here.
In the east side, Box Hill?
Yeah.
Wow, God is good. That's amazing. I can't even get over that story. It sounds like something from Netflix. That your dad came here and all that. And then when how did he meet your mom?
Through a friend, mutual friend.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. And then they dated for like 2 years, and then they had me.
Oh. Did they never want another kid or?
Nah, my mum had some issues.
Oh,
and a bunch of other stuff.
We'll cut that out.
No, that's fine. Keep it in.
Yeah.
How'd your dad get here? Air conditioner?
No, he got a sponsorship. I just said it. Yeah, nah.
How big was the aircon that he rode here on?
This is so sad. This is such a deep session already. But no, like my dad, we needed to get out of Philippines as well, because it's hard living there, man. It's too much poverty. Like the system is not made for you to like thrive, in all honesty. And yeah, like my dad was so desperate, he just applied on a bunch of like online stuff, like to get a job here through his like skills, and that was the first time he found Seek. So thank you, Seek. Seek.com.au. I mean, that's how we all got our jobs.
What is Philippines? Is it communist or?
No, it's What is this? What are we in?
Australia, mate. Best country on earth.
What is it? It's not a republic. What is it?
We're capitalists, aren't we?
No.
What's the word? Democracy?
Democracy.
Yeah, sorry.
That's No, yeah. So it's a democracy as well, but like we base off how America is run, basically.
Oh, but you run it better, clearly.
Oh, God, don't even get me started. But yeah, we had to get out of there, man. And
To get out of here, sir.
thank God, man. Honestly, but yeah, I'm just curious because why do you think? Do you think that's where the strict Asian parent thing comes from? Because they literally lived in such hard circumstances. Where do you think that comes from?
I think Asian parents always want you to serve them till you die. They always want you to do something that benefits them.
That's interesting. Why do you think that?
I don't know. I feel like it's just respectful for you to serve your parents.
Yeah, like I know that I've mentioned this to like my mom, and she says that like a lot of Filipino moms expect their kids to pay off, like, let's say, their mortgage.
Yes.
Or help them like pay this off, pay that off, basically till they die as well. So
yeah, or it will be like, I want you to be a doctor, so when I grow old, you can help me with like literally wiping my bum or something like that.
Yeah, and then we look down on the whole putting them in aged care as well, right? Like Asian parents hate that.
Yes, even though my grandma is in aged care. Yes.
Oh, Kevin,
I agree
a
with
good
that.
Chinese boy.
Hello. Welcome to Australia.
All right. So, if believe it or not, we've actually been going for 30 minutes.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah.
All right, we can do a 45-minute episode.
Yeah, maybe. I wanted to ask you this.
Yeah.
This is another deep question. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the questions. Just keep sending them in.
What's wrong with you?
Since you're a movie guy, what is your favorite movie?
Dude, how are these deep questions?
Yeah,
These are just normal questions.
Answer. What is your favorite movie?
Pulp Fiction is definitely my favorite movie.
Okay, wait. This is a good question. If you could have watched a movie once, like on repeat for the rest of your life, it's only one movie.
Life.
Yeah, what would it be?
So if it's a trilogy, do I get the whole trilogy?
No,
just the one.
just
movie?
the one.
Ooh, I think it'll have to be a long movie because I would get ridiculously bored if I'm watching an hour and a half movie over and over again.
Like, what about a 20-minute episode of The Office?
No, I can't do that. No chance.
What would it be though?
I reckon Django.
Wow.
Django's 2.5 hours.
Yep.
And it's got some of the best acting I've ever seen.
I love Django. You got to go for those Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yes, you can't go
They
wrong.
go for so long.
And the movies are also very long.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction is great. What about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, that's good. Inglourious Basterds is good.
Yeah.
He's made a couple ones that aren't so well known, but most of them are very, very good.
It's all about trial and error though, and that's why, like, how old was he when he? Oh, I don't know if you know.
In his 20s.
When he first made Pulp Fiction.
Oh, he made Reservoir Dogs before that. He made that in '93. I can't give you an exact age. I reckon he'd be 20s, late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah. Greatness.
But
what makes him so good though?
Pulp Fiction was his second movie.
Oh, that was his second.
That was his second movie. Yes.
How did he get such high?
Because Reservoir Dogs, his first movie, was also really good.
Wow.
As well.
Really? That's so hard to like compare because people will be like, the first one doesn't have to be that good.
Yeah.
And then imagine he starts off like that. But what makes him so good though?
From what I've read about him, he spends like days and days on his script.
Yeah.
And he visualizes everything out on paper. So he'll sit on his couch and he'll go 8 hours in and just write.
Jeez.
And he said in a podcast once that he's got maybe 100, 200 scripts that he's just never used.
Wow.
It's just in his back.
Imagine how much it would cost selling those.
Apparently he's only going to make one more movie. And that's it.
Who's in it? Leo.
I don't know.
Wow. Quentin, man. He's crazy though.
If you could watch one movie for a lifetime, I think it would be a Chris Nolan movie.
How do you know that?
It's Inception, yeah?
How do you know that?
You love Inception. It's your favorite movie.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
That's how much you love
That's
it.
Inception.
No, because obviously I had these questions ready, and I was thinking, I'm like, what would be like the movie I could watch? And I love Inception so much, but yeah, I mean, you fed it into my mind. It would probably be Inception. That movie is so great. I'll never forget when it first came out to the cinemas, and I was probably like 13, 14, I reckon. And when we came out of those cinemas, I was watching with my family, and they were like obviously adults at the. What am I saying? My sister was already an adult at that point. Mom and dad, obviously, and then they were like, "Oh, did you understand the movie?" Well, they were asking me, and I was like, I understood it to the T, because like I was just so captivated the whole time, so indulged in it, and I was like, this is one of the greatest movies ever. But yeah, that's Inception would definitely.
I didn't get it. It broke me for a long time.
Yeah.
That's all Chris Nolan movies though.
What's another one that's Flip?
Tenet.
Yeah. What's the one that you told me to watch?
The Prestige.
Yeah,
that's the Magician one. That
I
one,
haven't watched that one.
I can argue that's probably his best movie.
Over like Dark Knight and all that?
Yeah, Prestige is so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did The Departed?
Don't know. Maybe Scorsese.
Yeah, Scorsese.
Yeah.
Scorsese. The guy that did is that Godfather?
He did Taxi Driver.
Yep.
He did Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
What's the new one on Netflix called? Oh, the 3-hour one. I forgot what it's called, but that one. The Irish one.
Oh, The Irishman.
Oh, The Irishman. Yeah, he did that.
Just said it. Okay.
But in terms of top 5 movies, I'll just throw out some names.
Yeah, go.
Shawshank Redemption has to be up there.
Yeah. Watch all these guys. Watch these movies. This is from a film expert.
Taxi Driver has to be up there.
Do you still have it? Oh, no, you don't.
Shutter Island.
Oh, I love Shutter Island. Thank you, Kevin. He showed me that.
The Departed.
Yep.
The Prestige. Gladiator.
Who's that?
Ridley Scott, I want to say.
Yeah.
He also did Alien. Alien's very good.
Yep.
First 2 Terminators. And the Lord of the Rings.
That's not 5 movies, though.
Oh, I couldn't stop. There's too many good ones.
Lord of the Rings, the first 2.
First 3.
Yeah, first 3. No.
And low-key, you know who else? Wes Anderson.
Yeah, no, but wow. Yeah.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Grand Budapest.
Yeah.
Hotel.
Yeah. And Isle of Dogs. They're amazing movies.
Wes Anderson is more like aesthetic, hipster type like style.
I can go on for days.
On film?
Yeah. About what movies to watch. Shaun of the Dead.
All right, one movie that our viewers could watch if they had to watch one.
Shaun of the Dead. Watch that.
Shaun of the Dead.
It's a comedy / thriller.
There you go, guys.
And it's British. And it's hilarious.
That's your homework for this week. Watch Shaun of the Dead. I haven't even watched it. Maybe I should watch it too.
No, you need to watch The Prestige first.
Okay. All right. I think we should kind of cut it because it's going to get too long. I hope you guys enjoyed and got something out. Do you have any ending remarks for our viewers?
Yeah. Make sure to watch Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Or The Prestige.
Yeah.
Or Baby Driver. Or Gladiator. Or Alien. Or the first 2 Terminators.
Yeah.
Don't watch the new Mario movie.
Why?
Apparently it's crap.
Well, I'm watching it.
Feel free to watch all 4 John Wicks.
I'm watching it on Monday.
Feel free to watch Tenet, Inception, The Departed. What else am I missing? Oh, the 3 Godfathers. Any Alfred Hitchcock movies.
He's just trying to show off his knowledge right now.
You can stop me whenever.
Yeah.
Any Wes Anderson movies.
And make sure to give us some comments, guys, as to what we could talk about. It would be really interesting. If any of you guys want to come along, shoot us a message.
Or any Scorsese movies.
But the only problem is you guys have to bring your own mic because these are the only 2.
Or in this community hall. Oh, sorry, wherever we are.
Yeah.
Whoops. They don't provide any mics.
And you have anything else to say? That's it.
We got to show some gratitude, don't we?
Yeah. All right. Stay blessed, you guys. Stay safe. And always practice gratitude.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.